How's it going, you guys? The 1MFP here. I hope you're all having a great day today. Today I'm going to be reacting to some live performances. That's right, you heard right. Plural, live performances. I'm reacting to 3 performances of the same song in one video. This is actually an idea that came from one of you guys, Don Jones. Don Jones said, it would be interesting to see you even do a cluster of live performances on an individual song and react to the differences between them or even by their eras, concert themes, and how that affects the song, stage delivery. I thought that was a really cool idea, so thank you, Don Jones. I really appreciate you taking the time to send that suggestion my way. That's exactly what I'm going to be doing here in this video. The first song I've selected to react to in this format is Car Radio. And if you're new to this channel, welcome to MFP Reacts. My name's Matt. I post reaction videos on this channel, so if you enjoy that type of content and you like what you see in this video, please take the time to check out some of my other reactions. And if you enjoy them, please hit that subscribe button. I always appreciate the support. Now let's get into this, Car Radio Live. So what we have here is a festival performance. I know I've already reacted to Car Radio Live at the iHeartRadio Music Festival, which was a festival, but I received requests for Car Radio Live at Lollapalooza. The main one I think I got the most requests for was Lollapalooza 2016 Brazil. Having already reacted to a festival performance in the past, I think this would be a good place to start. Then we're going to go into something completely different. This is just something I found through browsing. I don't think I received any requests for this one, but it's 21 Pilots performing Car Radio Live, captured in the live room. This is actually a performance of them in a live studio, a recording session at the Sunset Sound Studios in Hollywood, California. So that's what the second one is. I think that's really cool because I think there's going to be no audience at all, and if there is an audience, it's going to be a relatively small one. It's going to be interesting to contrast that, you have the festival crowd where it's casual fans and there's some hardcore fans, whereas in the second performance it should either be no crowd at all or a very small crowd. And with a song like Car Radio, it's a song that really describes something personal, and it would be interesting to see how the band performs a song like this in somewhat of an isolated space. Then the last one I'm going to be reacting to is 21 Pilots performing Car Radio Live at the Fox Theater. This is one that I'm really excited about because, it's been requested for a while. You guys have pretty much been consistent in your requests for, me reacting to anything from Fox Theater. One of the main things you ask for is Trees, which I do plan on getting to eventually, but you guys do mention other songs from Fox Theater, so this is a good opportunity for me to get into one. So yeah, that's 2 requests in one video, so this works out pretty well. I'm excited to see what comes of this, how this turns out. Let's get right into it. 21 Pilots performing Car Radio Live at Lollapalooza 2016 in Brazil. Crowd is hyped. They got the ski masks on.
Starts walking out to because that's not what the one's about. Somebody stole my car radio, and I would just sit in silence. Sometimes quiet is fine. I find it hard to hide my pride is no other silence. I see my skin will scream, reminding me who I feel inside my dream. I hate this car that I'm driving, there's no hiding from me. I'm supposed to deal with what I feel, there's no distraction, that's because I'm real. I pull the steering wheel, somebody stole my car radio, and I would sit in silence. Sound that I would find over the course of our communities. It's such one thing, it's a self-consistent techniques that we're all battling in fear. I don't know if we know what we did, but I'm not too deep, please stop thinking. But from the things that were devil, it's straight, and it's we think to be from the because to be held, and you know. These thoughts so often I got to because it's loud if anyone's back. Cause somebody stole my car radio and I would just sit in silence. All my friends,
what? Oh my goodness. Oh, that's just way too high, man. How do you even get permission to do this?
I thought it was something great. My lungs were feeling filled with fire and still desire. I know it's dire my time today. I had these shots so often I had to replay that snap if I was got. Cause somebody stole my car radio and now I just see inside.
Oh, nice. Brazilian flag. So, wow. Okay, I don't know how he does that. He just climbs way up there. And, you know, he screams his lungs out like that, and he does it so fearlessly. His voice isn't cracking in any type of way. He's confident up there. I saw this in the iHeartRadio Music Festival performance. You know, he climbed on something, and he sang on that platform thing pretty confidently there, too. But with that said, the platform there was a lot lower than it was here in what we just saw. He just climbed up there fearlessly, sang there confidently, and I don't get how he does that. I know I have a fear of heights, so maybe that's why that's all that impressive to me, but I can't even fathom somebody doing that. Like, that's just, what? But now to get into other aspects of this performance, I really liked how engaged the crowd was, because as important as an artist is to a live performance, the crowd is also a major part of it. If the crowd doesn't seem all that into what they're hearing, it kind of takes away from the live performance. So it was really good to hear the crowd reacting to the band. It was really good to hear them singing out the words. It was really good to hear them screaming. That's something I didn't like so much about the iHeartRadio Festival performances. You know, they muted the crowd, so it kind of took away from how we perceived it when we were watching it at home. So definitely crowd engagement was a major part of what made this performance a pleasure to watch. Another thing I liked a lot is how animated Josh is on the drums. You'll just see him like nodding his head as he goes with the beat. It's just really cool. I like that a lot. And yeah, much like I said in other live performance reactions I did for 21 Pilots, I just like their energy and their charisma on the live stage. They really carry the songs the way they should be carried, in my opinion. And I think that plays a major part in how engaged the crowd will be. If the sound matches what they see, it really captures their full attention. And that's what we had here. Now let's get into the next live performance. 21 Pilots performing Car Radio, captured in the live room.
The song is called Car Radio. Ponder of something great. My lungs will fill and deflate. They fill with fire, exhale desire. I know it's dire, my time today. Sometimes quiet is violent. I find it hard to hide it. My pride is no longer inside. It's on my sleeve, my skin will scream, reminding me of who I killed inside my dream. I hate this car that I'm driving. There's no hiding from me. There is no distraction, a mask was real. I could pull the steering wheel. I have these thoughts so often I ought to replace that slot with what I once bought. Cause somebody stole my car radio and now I just sit inside. Something terrifying, cause this time there's no sound to hide behind. Defined over the course of our human existence, one thing consists of consistence, and it's that we're all battling fear. Oh dear, I don't know if you know I'm here. Am I too deep? Please stop thinking. I liked it better when my car sound. There are things we can do, but from the things that work there we're only two. We need to pick one piece, because faith is to be awake, and to be awake is for us to think, for us to take is to be alive. And I will try with every rhyme to come across like I am trying to let you know you need to try to think. I have these thoughts so often I ought to replace that slot with what I once bought. Cause somebody stole my car radio and now I just sit in silence.
Josh. Oh, he's gonna climb that now.
And now what you said! And now what you said! And now what you said is silence! And now what you said is silence! And now what you I ponder something great. My lungs will fill and then deflate. They're filled with fire, exhale desire. I know it's dire, my time today. I have these thoughts, so often I ought to replace that slap with my demo slap. Cause somebody stole my car radio, and now I just sit in silence.
Man, that was good. That was really good. You know, I've got to say, this type of song, I felt like it would be better suited for this type of setting. You know, the type of setting where the band is in isolation. One thing that really stood out for me here in this performance was the jitteriness behind the vocals. The nervousness behind the sometimes quiet as violent line, that really resonated because of the type of setting we were in. The there's no distraction to mask what is real line. You know, you feel the nervousness behind it. That's what I really liked about this performance. You really feel those emotions. I heard these subtleties in the festival performances as well, but they weren't as pronounced as they were here. And to me, those subtleties really make this song powerful. So for this setting, to allow those subtleties to really, you know, come out, it just makes me appreciate this performance a lot. And to see Tyler try to incorporate other parts of the live performance here in this type of setting, despite it being, you know, an empty studio, that was really cool. You know, you see him climbing on that piano, doing his screaming and then jumping off of it. It just carried that same energy that makes their live performance really good. It tells me that these guys try to embody their music no matter what the setting is. There could be a massive audience out there, or there could be no audience. They could be performing this in their bedroom and Tyler might be jumping off of his bed. You know, that's what I imagine here. When they're performing this song, they're just getting into it emotionally, and that's what I saw here, and that's what I really liked about 21 Pilots performing Car Radio captured in the live room. Now it's time to get into our last video. Car Radio performed live at the Fox Theater. I'm really stoked about this one. I've been wanting to react to anything from the Fox Theater for a long time, especially given how much you guys have been requesting it. So here we are, let's get right into it.
Something great. Our lungs will fill and then deflate. They're filled with fire, exhale desire. I know it's dire, my time today. I have these thoughts, so often I have to replace that slap with money one's back. Cause somebody stole my car radio, and now I just sit in silence.
Yeah, they're just singing every word of the verse.
Sometimes quiet is violent, reminding me who I killed inside my dream. I hate this car that I'm driving, there's no hiding from me. I'm forced to deal with what I feel. There is no distraction, and that's what is real. I can pull the steering wheel. I have these thoughts, so often I have to replace that slap with what I once bought. Cause somebody stole my car radio, and now we're just sitting in silence.
The energy though.
Something terrifying, cause this time there's no sound to hide behind. Defined over the course of our human existence, one thing consists of consistence, and it's that we're all battling fear. But dear, I don't know if we know why we're here. Oh my, too deep, please stop thinking. The things we think about, from the things that work there, but only two, and from the two that we choose to do. A piece of wing and feel relief. Faith is to be awake, and to be awake is for us to think, and for us to think is to be alive. And that we're trying with every rhyme to come across like I am down to let you know you need to try to think. I have these thoughts, so often I got to replace that slap with what it once back. Cause somebody stole my car radio, and now we're just sitting in silence.
Wait, what? How'd he get up there? How'd he get up there so quickly?
Something great. My lungs will fill and then deflate. And filled with fire, exhale desire. I know it's dire in my time today. I have these thoughts so often I act to replace that slap with other ones back. Cause somebody stole my car video and then we just sit inside.
Man, that was really good. That was really good. You know, when it comes to live performances, crowd involvement is a major part of it for me. And the crowd here wasn't afraid to get involved at all. The fans love him. They love the fans. They're not afraid to get the fans involved in the performance. It just makes for something very special, and that's what we had here. One point I'd like to elaborate on here. He likes climbing stuff when it comes to this performance, whether it's a piano or some kind of platform. Here he climbs up to the upper deck. I have no clue how he got there. It seemed to happen really quickly. One thing I found really cool about that part though is that he had his back to the crowd that was right behind him on that upper deck. That to me shows trust. I mean, I know he has security guards there and all of that, but you know, symbolically to me it shows trust. He's just up there singing like it's nothing, you know, he's singing like he's just on any other stage. So that's really impressive to me. It shows me the level of trust and love he has for his fans. In some way, it shows me that he feels like he has these fans behind him. He has these fans backing him. And furthermore, him being up there, him being amongst these fans, it shows me that he feels like he is a part of them. That just felt really special to me. Now, I do want to go back to that section really quickly because I didn't see the part where he unmasks himself. You know, I was just caught up in how did he even get there? And one thing I noticed in the prior video from the live room is he took off the mask really slowly as opposed to how he took it off in, you know, the festival performances. So let me go back to that real quick here. There we go, he took it off quickly here too. I wonder if there's any significance to that, you know, how he took off that hat very slowly in the live room, but then in the other performances he just rips it off really quickly. In the song, we're talking about the use of sound to mask what is real or to mask what is going on in the mind. So I feel like when he takes off the mask, it's like he's ready to confront reality. He's ready to confront life without the car radio. When it comes to performing this song live, he has this massive audience in front of him. So when the song goes silent, he's just gonna hear a roar from the crowd. Maybe there's a certain eagerness to take off the hat in that scenario. But when he's performing in the live room, it's more of an isolated space. So once that song goes silent, they're fading to silence. Those thoughts have room to breathe. So maybe he is more hesitant to take off the hat in that type of setting. If that's the case, I think it's really cool that there's that little distinctness there. And it really shows to what extent these guys embody the songs that they're performing. Back to the Fox Theater though, very beautiful performance. Amazing bond between the fans and 21 Pilots, and it really shines through in this footage. I do think the song has a different feel and a different dynamic to it when they're performing this in front of an audience. Of course, there's the crowd involvement, which is a major part of it, but you know how I was talking about the jitteriness and the nervousness behind the words in the live room performance? I feel like here it's still there to the best that Tyler could possibly incorporate it in the performance, but I feel like with him really connecting with the audience, there's a different feel to the song in general. It's got more of this confidence behind it despite the nervousness, if that makes sense. There's a certain different feel to it, especially when he's about to call on the audience to sing it or when he hears the audience singing along with him. If he's trying to put himself in the place of where he was at when he was writing the song, when he's performing it, it just feels right that when the crowd gets into it, you know, his confidence level boosts up a little bit, so the sound isn't all that nervous. I think he's still doing his best to portray nervousness, but I will say that I think the nervousness and the jitteriness was more on display in the live room performance. But yeah, that's what I thought of these performances. Car Radio performed in 3 different settings. I think there were a lot of consistencies across all 3 performances, though I think there are certain unique traits of each one that, you know, separates one from the other. I think the live room performance gives us the type of setting that allows this type of song to really thrive. Then the Fox Theater performance is the one that really captures the beauty of music in its essence. You have the band, you have the fans, and you have them connecting through music. The fans are singing along pretty much the whole way through, and it's so beautiful. Then you have Tyler engaging with the crowd and, getting up into that upper deck area and singing there, and he's singing confidently, He doesn't seem nervous about being there at all, which is really cool, especially considering, the topic of the song and how when he's on that stage, that's when he's trying to be nervous. Then when he's in the crowd, that's when he's all confident. That really adds to the performance of the song as well. So there's a lot going on in that performance that is amazing. Then we have this festival performance in 2016 at Lollapalooza, Brazil. That was an amazing performance as well. The crowd was very loud there and they were very much into it as well. Of course, that climb towards the end of the performance can't be ignored. That was pretty epic. It had me nervous, to be honest. All three performances were really good. I enjoyed the consistency across all three. I enjoyed the uniqueness between the performances. And yeah, that's what I thought, guys. You guys let me know what you thought in the comments down below. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please leave a thumbs up. I always appreciate the support. And I will see you all next time. Have a great day, y'all.